I'm going to be ranking the best small forwards in NBA 2K23 My Team. We have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 25 of the best small forwards in the game. Let me know in the comment section down below who are some of your guys' favorite small forwards in my team right now, and let me know what you guys would change about my tier list. But looking at the first small forward here is going to be Diamond Ben Simmons. I would say he's going to be dead smack in the middle, and he's going to be in that B tier category. This card is actually super underrated. He's 6'11" with a 7-foot wingspan. Yes, he can't shoot threes, only having a 42 3 ball, but he does have a 69 mid-range, so he can definitely knock down the mid-range if he's wide open. And then other than that, I mean, the card's going to be super well balanced. 91 speed, 91 acceleration. He's also going to be really elite at going to the rim, having that 90 driving dunk, 88 vertical, and all around going to be a very solid defender, with also having Hall of Fame clamp breaker and quick first step, both on Hall of Fame, which is going to be super nice for your small forward. So yeah, guys, overall, I think Ben Simmons actually going to be in that B tier category. Talking about the pink diamond LeBron, 1000% going to be in the S tier category. If you guys don't know, S tier is going to be my top 5 small forwards in the game, and I would say LeBron definitely going to be in that top 5. Is he 100%, top 3? I'm not exactly sure where I rank him in the top 5. We'll talk about that later in the video, but for me, LeBron definitely going to be in the S tier category. 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan. I mean, this card is super well rounded. He's an elite at going to the basket. We all know LeBron just gets some crazy animations in my team, especially on the defensive end. So for me, 1000%, like I said, going to be in the S tier category. Talking about a guy like Danny Manning, I would say he's pretty solid and gonna be in the B tier category. I don't think this card's anything too crazy, but I think he's gonna be very decent. I think Diamond Rudy Gay is gonna be in the A tier category. I mean, he's a very elite small forward, and I think you could consider this card maybe being in the top 5, but I think for now I'm gonna keep him in the A tier category. I mean, he's so good on the offensive end. He's super well rounded with some crazy dunking animation. So Rudy Gay for me, just barely gonna miss out on the top 5 and gonna be in the A tier category. Talking about pink diamond Kawhi Leonard, now this card is a lot worse than we usually see for Kawhi cards, especially at the start of the year. Like, once we get Kawhi cards in my team, he's always like a top small forward, but for some reason this year, this Kawhi card, I don't know if it's the jump shot, I don't know if it's the stats, but his jump shot's definitely a little bit different than it has been in past years. He usually has the Ray Allen base, and it's always one of the best bases and jump shots in the game. His jump shot this year is definitely a lot worse than it has been in past my teams. He also doesn't have a good dribble style and doesn't have the normal leaner, but I think it really comes down to his stats. Yes, he has good defensive stats, but this card doesn't feel like a Kawhi Leonard on the defensive end. That might be kind of hard to understand, but usually when Kawhi plays defense in my team, you can tell like he's just an absolute lockdown defender. But I use this card a lot when he first came out, and yes, he's a good defender, he's not bad, but he doesn't feel like a Kawhi Leonard on the defensive side of things, and going to the rim, he doesn't feel as dominant as getting to the basket. Maybe it's because he only has an 85 driving dunk, 84 vertical, and he's really not going to be that fast. 87 speed, 87 acceleration. I mean, he's still Kawhi Leonard though, so he's still definitely going to be in the B tier category, but I would much rather a guy like Rudy Gay. Talking about this pink diamond, I think it's like Death Live Shrimp or something like that. I just call him a shrimp. It's probably not how you pronounce it, but yeah, this card I do feel like is actually pretty underrated, but I don't think I can put him much higher than C tier. He is 6'10" with a 7-foot wingspan. All this card can really do though is shoot threes, 92 3 ball, but he does have a pretty good jump shot, and he does have some Hall of Fame shooting badges, including Hall of Fame catch and shoot, corner specialist, guard up, slippery off ball, and volume shooter as well. So I mean, he's going to be a good stretch big, or a good stretch small forward, I should say. I think he's going to be in the C tier category. Another C tier small forward is going to be Larry Johnson. Doesn't do anything on the court that well, just going to be super well rounded, but I feel like guys like Danny Manning and Ben Simmons are just going to be better. Talking about pink diamond talking about pink diamond Draymond Green, I think actually might be pretty surprising. I'm going to go in that C tier category. I think he's actually not terrible, but I don't think he's on the same level as guys like Ben Simmons, Kawhi, and Danny Manning. And for one reason, obviously he's going to be a great defender, but that is pretty much it for this card. All he can really do is play defense. Yes, he can knock down threes. He has an 86 3 ball, but his jump shot's on slow timing. So he's got a super slow release, can't really knock down threes, and he's not that fast, only 87 speed, 87 acceleration. He's not that good at going to the rim, 75 driving dunk, 75 standing dunk. So honestly, it might be a little bit surprising, but I'm going to go Danny Green. I'm going to go Draymond Green in that C tier category. Looking at pink diamond Giannis, 1000% going to be in the S tier category. Easily a top 5 small forward, and definitely one of the best in the game, probably number 1 or number 2, but we'll talk about that later in the video. But Giannis definitely going to be in my S tier category. Looking at pink diamond Gordon Hayward, might be a little bit surprising as well, but I'm gonna go in the A tier category. I think this Gordon Hayward card is actually very elite and super well rounded. He's not going to be anything too crazy stats and badges wise, but he's just very solid all around and does have a pretty good jump shot. Talking about Diamond Hito Turkoglu, I would say B tier is gonna be a pretty fair spot for this card. I think some people either really like him or you kind of don't. I feel like there's no really in between ground. around. So for me, I'm just going to go B tier because I'm not really the biggest fan of the card, but I still feel like he's pretty decent at the small forward spot. Some people might have him in A tier and some people might have him in C tier, but for me, I'm gonna go in the middle and put him in the B tier category. Talking about Pink Diamond Brandon Ingram, I know some people do like this card a lot, but for me, I'm not really the biggest fan of this card. I think his player model definitely lets him down a lot. He is 6'7" with a 7'3" wingspan. Stats are going to be pretty average across the board. He's going to be a little bit, below of a defender. 73 steals, 79 blocks, 69 interior defense. He's not going to necessarily be a good defender at all. And then offensively, yes, he's got some really good Hall of Fame shooting badges like catch and shoot, amped, that Deadeye, Green Machine, Mini Magician. That's definitely going to be nice, but his jump shot, in my opinion, really isn't the best. He does have the MJ dribble style, so I think you could maybe put him in B tier, but honestly, I'm going to go within that C tier category. Talking about Diamond OG Anunoby, I think he's honestly going to be in the A tier category. One of the most underrated small forwards in the game right now. Can pretty much do everything on the court and does have his jump shot on quick. So he's got a super nice release and he's going to be a great defender. Kevin Durant, I think, is also going to be in the A tier category. Now, I think you could argue him as a top 5 small forward, but just like Kawhi Leonard, I don't feel like KD is that great in my team this year. I feel like it really comes down to his jump shot. It's just really not feeling the same. It's just going to be a little bit slower of a release, which makes a lot of a difference. Like a guy like Kuzma, the reason why Kuzma is going to be an A tier is not because of his stats, not because of his badges, but it really just comes down to his jump shot. I'm not even gonna look on 2KDB because it doesn't matter. He's just got one of the best releases in the game. It's on quick timing, a super easy release to green, and it's gonna be very fast as well. So that's the reason why Kuzma is gonna be in the A tier category. He's pretty average stats and badges wise, but that jump shot makes a massive difference. So if you were to give Kevin Durant Kuzma's jump shot, he would probably be the second or third best small forward in the game. The fact that Kevin Durant's jump shot though is a little bit slower, I'm gonna keep him in the A tier category, but I still think Kevin Durant going to be one of the best small forwards, and Kuzma also going to be in the A tier category. Talking about Diamond Carmelo, I think he's just going to barely be below a guy like Kuzma. They're very similar, both having super quick jump shots that are very fast as well, but Kuzma, stats and badges wise, is just going to be a decent amount better than Carmelo. But if you're looking for another really good, fast jump shot, really good small forward, a guy like Carmelo is definitely going to be a really good option. Talking about Diamond Mikal Bridges, I think with the duo with Devin Booker, definitely makes him a little bit better, but just on his own, I don't think he's anything too crazy at the small forward position. He is 6'6", so not the greatest height for the small forward spot. Definitely not undersized though. I wish this card could play the shooting guard spot. I think that would make him a lot better. Defensively, he is going to be really good. 95 steal, 94 lateral quickness with a 95 perimeter as well. So defensively, the card's going to be super elite. Not really the biggest fan of his jump shot and doesn't have any good sigs. So I'd say Mikal Bridges is going to be in my C tier category. Talking about Diamond MPJ, I think he's going to be very solid. Going to be in my B tier category. 6'10" at the small forward spot, has a good jump shot, and he's going to be very good offensively, and he's going to be a solid defender as well. So I think MPJ for me going to be in the B tier category. Talking about Pink Diamond, Tim Thomas, we all know where this card's going to be. Definitely the best small forward in the game. Still the best card in the game. I don't think it's even close. I mean, maybe you could say it's close between Giannis and Tim Thomas, but I really don't think so. In my opinion, I think Tim Thomas definitely still the best small forward, so obviously going to be in the S tier category. Talking about Opal Paul George, I think he's also going to be in my S tier category. Very elite small forward, very similar to a guy like LeBron. I will say, I think it's a close debate. I actually want to know your guys' opinion. Who do you guys think is the better small forward, Paul George or LeBron? I'm a massive LeBron fan, but for some reason, I think this Paul George card is actually a little bit better. I think he's a little bit more well-rounded. He's a better defender than a guy like LeBron, in my opinion. Then offensively, I think they're going to be very similar. I think LeBron actually has the better jump shot, so I think it's going to be really close between PG and LeBron. But for me, I'm honestly going to give the nod to Paul George by a little bit. So in order, I'm just going to rank the S tier. I'm going to go Tim Thomas, Giannis, Paul George, and then LeBron at 4. That would be my top 4 small forwards in the game right now. Talking about Pink Diamond Scottie Pippen, I'm going to put him in the A tier category for now because I'm not exactly sure if he's still a top 5 small forward. I think he's going to be very close. He's obviously an amazing two-way small forward, got a great jump shot and great defense as well. So I would say he's definitely going to be at least in the A tier category. Talking about Amethyst Pokacheski, honestly, I think this card could be in the B tier category. Yes, he's only an amethyst, but he's got 80 in pretty much every category, and he's going to be 7 foot at the small forward spot with a pretty good jump shot on quick timing, and he's got the MJ dribble style and the normal leaner. I think Pokachevsky actually going to be in the B tier category. Talking about Pink Diamond Tatum, even though this card's a little bit outdated, I still think he's got to go in the A tier category. I mean, if we take a look at his stats, they're just going to be super well rounded, and he does have a pretty decent jump shot. He's 6'8", so a good height for the small forward position, and then stats wise, like I said, he's just going to be super well rounded, has Hall of Fame catch and shoot, guard up, mini magician, volume shooter, and all around I think he's going to be a very good small forward. Talking about Diamond Andrew Wiggins, I would put him kind of in that middle tier, going to be in my B tier category. And then to round off the tier list, we are going to throw Pink Diamond James Worthy in the A tier category. And then guys, let me know in the comment section down below, out of every single small forward in A tier, which card would you guys move up to that last spot in S tier? For me, I think it's honestly between Rudy Gay, Scottie Pippen, and maybe James Worthy. I think Kevin Durant could be an option as well. So I'd say maybe these first 4 guys is probably who I would consider putting to S tier. And I think I'm going to go with Scottie Pippen, and then Rudy Gay is probably number 6, and then Worthy 7, and Kevin Durant 8. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my small forward tier list, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.